welcome to Inside of New England's Therapeutic Talk. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. Hi, I'm Candace, and you're watching Inside of New England's Therapeutic Talk. I am a licensed professional counselor. On this channel, I talk about therapeutic interventions, current events, and I have guest speakers come and talk about things they're working on in the community. And today I want to talk to you guys about something that I have been talking about so much on this channel, and it is the Columbus statue here in New Britain and the fight that we are fighting to have it removed. And please check out, I'm going to link below the videos that I talked about this before, why Columbus should go down. I talked about what Columbus is going down because we actually won the city council vote, and then our lovely mayor here, Mayor Aaron Stewart, decided to veto that vote. And then I talked about the Columbus statue and the move that we are going to need to make to keep ourselves motivated and have the statue removed, because it needs to be removed, and this is still something that needs to be done, right? So that's where we are today. The city council meeting is this Wednesday. So you don't have to live in New Britain to help us out. You can email the council. You can also call on Wednesday. You can email, say that you feel that this needs to be removed. If you don't have time to call, call if you can, or you can do both. And again, you don't have to live in New Britain. Just say that you believe that this veto should be overridden. And whatever you feel about the statute, you can say as well. Please feel free to call or email and support us with this. You can check on the city website, New Britain, Connecticut website, for the information. It should also be on Facebook. And that we keep this going, because this statue really represents the racism that we are having here in the city of New Britain. And it needs to be, we're talking about this for a very long time, and it just needs to go. I mean, the people have already spoken, and one person overturns that veto and puts a veto in place and says that I don't want to remove culture. Well, just by saying that veto itself just sort of like says, hey, like, your culture doesn't matter, but this culture does. You know, a good leader, like I said in the last video that I posted about this, the Columbus statue, is that a good leader would actually look at all cultures, right? Do a multicultural approach, right? And compromise with those cultures, right? Because I have a culture too, and my culture is Columbus murdered my ancestors, right? The Italian community experienced a great deal of discrimination when they migrated to this country. When I look at multicultural approaches, I always like to look at the similarities in cultures and what we've all experienced. And just about everybody's experienced discrimination, every group. And if we looked at that and we realized that, gee, like, we're all have suffered this way, like, how can we help each other so that we don't have someone else suffering or someone else feeling lesser than, and come to some kind of compromise so that we can all, support each other. I believe that everybody should be allowed to go ahead and idolize whoever you want, and have your culture. I believe in that, everybody having their own culture, of course. And I don't want to disregard someone's culture, but I don't want to disregard my own either in the process of doing that. And so I think that, a good compromise is to move it to a different location so that it's not insulting other people who don't recognize this as a hero. And I think that's a really good compromise, and a good leader would make that decision. But I mentioned this in the last video, Columbus statue as well, is that racism is considered a health crisis here in New Britain. The same person who vetoed this announced that racism is a health crisis, or went along with saying that anyways, because we all know that if you're vetoing removing this statue, that you don't recognize this as a health crisis, do you? Because I have said this before, that this actually does cause harm emotionally and can lead to physical harm to people of color. Statues like this, symbols like this, things that really disregard us as being human beings. And if that's the case, if it's a health crisis, then what are we doing about this crisis? Everything that the people, the community asked for to be done has not been done. It has been ignored, it has been watered down, or it has been vetoed. That means to me that racism is not a health crisis here. Well, it is a health crisis, but it's not being addressed as a health crisis here in New Britain. Those are just empty words that were said for show. Show and tell. Racism is a health crisis. If you don't back that up with any action, it's not a crisis. I mean, when you have a crisis, you go to the hospital, you get therapy, you take medication, you get an operation, you call 911, you know, you get help, right? You get a fire in your house, you call 911, you get the fire department, and you take care of that crisis. That's not being done here. And so those words are very empty and insulting to even announce or declare that and then not do anything to address those concerns, because it is a health crisis and those concerns are not being addressed clearly. And that's why it's really important. Anybody can call into this meeting. The other side has people call in from all over the place. We can have people call in from all over the place as well. And that's why I'm asking for you guys to call in. Anybody who agrees with what I'm saying or is trying to do this in their own community, you can please feel free to reach out to me. I'm willing to help out in other areas as well. I believe very, very firmly that we need to look around our own communities, see what needs to be done, get with the right people, try to address those concerns, and also reach out to people in other areas so that we can help each other out. Because if we don't help each other out, we're not going to get anywhere, because we have people like this in positions that are vetoing these things, and they're not concerned about us being a human being and our voice being heard. The people have already spoken here in New Britain. The council has spoken, and one person is not considering us human beings, basically, or not wanting to hear our voice, because our voice doesn't matter here. And that is what needs to be addressed. This goes way, 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 way more deeper and more, means so much more than just the statute. This whole issue around this here in New Britain, it goes so much deeper, and it probably does in other communities as well, I would assume. So that's what we need to do. We all need to stick together, support each other. So that's why I'm asking this. And if anybody is free on Wednesday night, feel free to join the party. I highly recommend a Merlot, a glass of Merlot or some red wine to help you with your heart during this meeting. And I hope that everybody is safe. I hope that everybody's well. Stay safe, stay well, support each other. We are going through a lot of difficult things. We have a lot of work to do. And the community teamwork is a dream work. And I hope that you're safe and well. Stay safe. And I will see you again soon. Thank you so much. Bye.
There's so many things to say before I turn and walk